Hi, welcome back to a showcase. It's an army showcase of the Mantic Enforcers in teeny tiny 10mm scale. Um, just completed these this week for somebody else, so that's the entire core pledge for the Enforcers, the core army pack. Complete 6 sprues with 33 in each, so you're talking 198 10mm figures, bikes, and tankies. And all done, based, and about to go out for some varnish. And then they've been colour coded on the base as well, as you'll see across a few of them. So, first of all, thoughts on 10mm. I enjoyed it. Nice change. Started to get a bit tedious at the end, but I think part of that is due to the similarity of the way I painted them, and then I did bulk painting the tanks, which were probably the least fun out of the lot, but hey, it's done now. I think if they were a less uniform character as well, that probably would have, or less uniform army, probably would have been a bit different. So we'll see how the Marauders go whenever we get round to them. Anyway, that's not what you're here for. You're here to take a look. So, what do we have here? Here we have the standard troop, and you get 3 of these per sprue, so 12 tiny guys, and then we have the close combat enforcers. I'm not quite au fait with the names, but they are basically standard enforcers with pistol and blade, or standard enforcer with rifle. Now, as you can see, I did highlight the shoulder pads because, well, why not? Highlighted most of it. But these are 10mm, and looking at them from a 3-foot distance, you're going to be seeing them from here. So, yeah. Also included on a sprue, each sprue are a set of these. So, Enforcer jet bikes. You get 2 of them. This is actually the first set I glued together, and I made a mistake, if you can tell what it is, to show you what I mean. They have to be set this way to fit on the base, simply because they're too wide for it. But so the army is 6 of these in total. And these are just sitting on shot glasses, plastic shot glasses I use as painting handles because they're useful. I'll show you the bases just to show you what I mean. So these two, if you have the base like this, you're either going to have to overlap them like that, in which case it doesn't quite work, or have them sitting one forward of the other. These are just your generic base, so there's 4 for the troops and 2 for these guys. Yeah, they're okay. I've nothing spectacular or special about them. Then also included are these guys. These are the more specialist units. So, voice went a bit croaky there. So, front to back we have command, enforcers in heavier armor, and then missile crew guys. The commands have yellow shoulders. The heavy guys are more white, and then the rocket launching crew are basically just the enforcers. The enforcers with rocket launchers rather than rocket or rifles or close combat stuff. So once again, very, very similar. I think they work quite well as an army when they sit together. Certainly when they're mass lined up, I think it'll work. I think it'll work pretty well. So that's all the foot sloggers. So up next we have the infantry. The infantry that made me the man I am today. Oh, sorry, no, we've done the infantry, we've done the jet bikes, we've done the specialists. So let me just adjust this. Very, very professional here over basic brush. We have tanks. we have 18 tanks, so you get 3 per sprue, and you get the option per sprue for 3 APCs, 3 main battle tanks, 3 main missile launchers, and 1 of these. So there's a mix of everything here. They do not look like the descriptions on the Mantic Kickstarter, or they don't look like the prototypes in the Mantic Kickstarter. That's okay. They're sitting on a 25mm Mantic base, you know, the round one with the divot out of it, rather than the 2 or the 4 one that everything else is on. Yeah, they're a bit tedious to paint, but they're done now, so everything worked out quite well. You can get through them reasonably fast. I mean, it's taken me a month to get through this core box, and that's maybe sitting at it 2 nights a week, 3 nights a week. So I haven't been dedicating massive amounts of time, and then a bit of back and forth with the client as to what he was after and what way he wanted it done, and a bit of experimentation. If I were to sit and do another core box, could I get it done faster? Yes. That's because this was my first 10mm adventure. Will I be back? Yes. Looking at some Argatoria potentially for next year for 10mm, or Epic Fantasy Battles, I think it's called, which is a generic 10mm system, which would leave me open to pick a few other bits and pieces. But anyway, I'm starting to ramble, so I'll throw a few shots up now for the next 30 seconds or so, or however long the rest of the video is. But thanks. This has been a small showcase of an army that I've painted this month. Unfortunately, it's for somebody else, so I don't get to keep it. But ah well. Bye.